There's
Okay.
a little bit of light up at the wall, and that's it.
Yeah.
So what's my man doing?
UMAC is going to dash 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 to get right there. Support Gustavus and cover his escape. Allegedly.
Okay.
So taking a position next to Steely?
Yep.
Okay, I gotta roll some dice on my end. It's gonna bring us to Lucius.
Can I pick off anybody off the walls again?
Yeah, if you so desire.
Absolutely. I would love to do that.
They're still up there, but they didn't fire a full volley of arrows this round.
Yeah,
They
I'm trying to
only
slow them
fired
down
down
a little
Steel.
bit. Yeah, I'm trying to slow them down a little bit.
Okay.
26 hit?
That hits.
14 points force damage, push 10 feet.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit with your spell sniper. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't hit. My bad. It does
Okay.
not. I read the wrong line in my
How
stat
about a
block.
15?
15 will hit.
Found out their AC, guys. 10 points force damage and push 10 feet.
Yeah, you hear two of them knocked backwards, cry out at various points on the wall.
Back around the corner.
Yeah, it's going to bring us to Alexander.
All right, I want to move to here. Are there still 3 to shoot milling around on the walls that have been firing arrows?
None of them fired last round except for a couple right here on the wall above Steely.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still movement along the wall that you can aim at if you so desire.
So let's go ahead and take 3 shots on them. That'll hit armor classes of 17,
Yes.
12, and that one.
Only one of those is going to hit.
Please be enjoying 23 magical piercing damage.
I do enjoy it, thank you.
And that's the end of Alex's turn, because I want to see what happens when they seal the tower, quote-unquote. Steely will dodge.
Steely's going to dodge.
You want to see what happens when they seal Gus in the tower? Gotcha.
Okay, that is done. Gus, if you end your turn on this floor of the tower, you will be repeating that saving throw.
Gus is going to fly down to the bottom floor. We're going to drop down and like hover down.
Okay.
And then what does he see? I'm looking for the door specifically.
You're going to attempt to go all the way down to the ground floor?
Yes.
You're looking about 30 feet of movement, so you got to go down 2 landings. Is that correct?
Oh, there's 2 landings. Is there
Yes.
people on the landing, the landing below me?
You could hear them but not see them. When you look down, there was nobody glancing back up.
No,
at
I
you.
mean I'm down. I'm going down.
You're going down. Okay.
I'm on the landing directly below me, hovering over the spot where the. Yeah.
So yeah, you come down to this first landing here, and your goal is to go all the way down to the ground level. Is that correct?
Well, no. My goal is to. Right now, my goal is to move.
Well,
15
don't
feet.
move yet, because when you come down, that triggers 3 held actions.
Okay.
Gus,
Mm-hmm.
I have a 21 to hit.
Shield. You're looking at. You need a 26.
I have a 13, and I have another 21. As
Good
each
shield.
of them, they're not firing from longbows like the ones on the wall, though. They're firing hand crossbows. And the 3 bolts, one of them ricochets off your shield, and the other 2 hit the wall on either side of you. Otherwise, they look pretty much the same as the ones above, just armed with crossbows instead of longbows. There's no arrow slits on this floor. And just because the fun hasn't stopped, there is another prisoner tied up to the wall in exactly the same way, where this cord comes out of the stonework through the bones of his feet and then into the stonework on the other side.
Yeah.
What
Well,
horrible things are you going to do to my NPCs now?
I'm just to let you know, in case I disappear, it's suddenly an awful, terrible, might be going to Oz storm just rolled in.
I wonder if we're getting vestiges of the same. No, you're on the other side of Texas. What am I thinking? You're not on the Gulf.
No, I'm on the east. I'm on the east side of Texas.
Are you? I thought you were on the entire opposite side of Texas.
No, I'm on the east.
That was me.
Well, then
Years ago.
we might both be getting vestiges of the same storm then.
So I'm gonna move up to this guy. Are they? How far are these guys within 5 feet? Any of them within 5 feet of each other?
No.
Okay,
They're about 10 feet apart.
10 feet apart. Okie dokie.
I'm going to see how big this storm is. I want to see if we're both getting the same storm.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to interpose myself between these two guys like this.
Mhm.
Have no more movement left. And then the first thing I'm going to do is hit this man with my hammer.
Oh, he's not a man. He's an elf.
This male person with my hammer.
Okay.
I don't think drow are people by some of our standards.
Like orcs. That is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
I hope so. All right, that is 15 damage.
And he's dead. As you cave
I'm
his
gonna-
skull in.
I'm going to turn around and repeat that action with the guy behind me.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
He takes 9 bludgeoning damage.
And he is bloodied.
Okay, third hit is 20 to hit,
That'll hit.
and he takes 8 bludgeoning damage.
And he is dead. You crumple him to the ground. And I mean, as you're doing this, the other one over here is... his hands are shaking pretty bad as he's trying to pull the next bolt into his crossbow. He does not seem to be having a good day.
Uh-huh. Let's see. What do I have? I have my bonus action left. Can I do anything with my bonus action? And I have my reaction. No, yes. That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Okay. Gus,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to need you to make, I believe it's dexterity.
Okay.
A dexterity saving throw, please.
15.
15?
So decent, but probably not enough.
Okay. So, a cube of glittery light. Glitterily? That's a rough adverb. Appears around you, but doesn't stick. As the drow that's coming up the ladder from the ground floor attempts to cast fairy fire on you.
It did not stick.
It did not stick. You passed the
Okay.
save.
Nice.
This one, however, first of all, it's a woman. And you can see where in one hand she's holding out what looks like a holy symbol that you can start to recognize as the same kinds of symbols you saw in the temple where you got your capstone abilities. So you recognize it as a holy symbol of Sensine. In her left hand, holding it out as she casts the spell. Curses something in her terrible drow dialect when she sees it doesn't stick. With her right hand, she reaches down at her belt and pulls out a fencing sword. Just this thin, sharp blade that it looks like the kind of training blade that you would expect to snap in half under the weight of, say, a warhammer. That's going to bring us to my archers, who are prepared now, but there's way fewer of them. Please bear with me 1 moment. I have to see how many of these hit. 2, 3. Looks like about half of them. Oh no, here's a string of single-digit numbers. None of those hit. Alex, you and Numac. Another volley of arrows is coming from over the wall, but this time the arrows are leaving streaks through the air. This strange green luminescence. And they're not firing it at you anymore. They're firing it at the opening in between you and the fortress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About a dozen arrows land in this area. And as they do, each one where it hits strikes with a loud crackling sound and bursts into this explosion of sharp ice. So by the time all of them land, there is a relatively brittle but very tall wall of ice blocking your way. You don't think it would be impossible to tunnel through it, especially not with magic, but it would take a concentrated effort and a fair amount of damage.
How tall is it?
It stretches all the way up to the roof of the opening of the cave.
Excellent.
Got
Okay.
enough hits. So at this point, Gus is inside the tower where you can't see him, and you now can't enter into this cave, at least not from this angle, without destroying this wall first.
Yep.
Lucius, you're hearing cries when you hear the volley of arrows come out to aim loose, and the arrows come flying out. But after that, the cries are very muffled on the other side. The wall of ice is helping to hamper through. So from now on, you're not going to be able to hear the commands being barked on the other side without an active perception check.
Right.
And that's going to bring us to Connor.
Okay. I believe you said this passage comes down to a hill, right?
Right. This is starting
Like
to
there
go
is.
into a kind of canyon that runs alongside the cavern wall.
So it goes downhill?
Yep.
I'm basically wondering, if I move here, am I going to slide my ass down somewhere?
You can't move there. There's a giant
But if-
wall of ice between you and there now.
Yep.
I know.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't go sliding, tumbling downhill.
Okay.
It's just you wouldn't be going up the slight slope towards the fortress. You'd be staying at the same grade as you are now.
All right. In that case, 1, 2, 3, Misty Step.
Misty Step requires you able to see on the other side of the wall.
I can't see through this ice.
It is an opaque wall of ice. It's green.
All right.
It's giving off a weird, unearthly bioluminescence kind of glow to it. But you cannot see through it.
So this is why I don't come up with clever things, because I'm not actually clever.
Don't say that, because you're the best.
He's like, next campaign, I'm going to roll up a fighter that never does anything clever. And
I think we called him Adrex.
I'm just going to play Andy Dwyer.
He already did that.
All right. Shit. All right. 1, 2, 3. I mean, do
I
I
might
have
be able to do something here.
It goes up to the ceiling, so I'm just going to. There's more spider webs over here, right?
Yes.
Alex will say, "I got the wall." Just so you know.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, there's an order of operations that doesn't work to Connor's favor there. So instead, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself,
Okay.
because I can do that. and that would be beneficial to me. All right, that is 8. Get 8 points of HP back. Getting back up there. So,
Believe in you.
all right, that's Connor's turn.
Okay, it's gonna bring us to Numac.
Numac hears the crackling of ice walls rapidly forming, right?
I mean, when Numac looks back, because the wall is itself glowing, so yeah, Numac can see the illumination in that direction.
Numac is going to dodge.
Okay.
Right where he's at.
I keep forgetting I'm up here. This is my world.
You think so?
I mean, like, this is where I am. Ralph Wiggum voice, I'm in danger.
Okay. It's going to bring us to Lucius.
Okay. Ruling on Flame Strike.
Uh-oh.
Says creatures that are within the area of effect
Mm-hmm.
will take the damage. I'm assuming that this would not have any effect on this wall of ice.
Column of Divine Fire. I'm going to say this won't affect the wall of ice, but not because of the creature wording. It's because Flame Strike doesn't say that it sets
Ignites
things on.
things.
It doesn't ignite things.
Yeah, okay. All right, then.
If you have something
then
that can do force damage or that will ignite things,
I have something that can do more kinds of damage.
more kinds.
Yep. Lucius rubs his hands together,
Mhm.
crushes up some incense, tosses it, and casts Conjure Elemental. A fire elemental to be precise.
All right. Do you have that stat block, or do you need me to?
I
look it
can
up?
pull it up right quick.
All right. It's a fire elemental out of the monster manual. Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. Elemental fire.
They're actually very close to the drow page I'm already using.
Yep. I just need to roll an initiative for this boy because he operates independent of me.
I have a question because this is the second printing of the monster manual because I replaced mine. I would have sworn up and down that in the first edition of the 5th edition monster manual, drow was its own entry under D, and now it's under elves. Drow.
Drow. Yeah.
Am I misremembering? Has it always been under elves?
I don't know what my printing of the monster manual is. I can look for a moment.
It's
but,
not that important. It's just I thought I was
yeah.
going crazy when I looked up.
I just pulled up the stat block off of D&D Beyond. So
Here, let me go ahead and.
if I'm gonna need some pawns for initiative tracker, and also a boy. There's
the
a boy.
And there's one for the tracker.
He goes on 20.
Okay.
Now let me just reread the spell, make sure I'm doing this correctly.
He's our boy.
Yep, he's our boy. Lucius is going to tell him to bust that wall down.
Okay. And he's acting on what? He's acting on
20.
All right.
Yep.
Lucius, moving or staying put?
I'm good where I'm at.
It's going to bring us to Alex.
You know what does ignite objects is create bonfire.
Yeah.
So I would like to load a ruined bullet into my gun and put a bonfire right there.
You can't summon a bonfire inside of a solid object. You can summon a bonfire in front of the wall. Is that your intent?
I can't use the bonfire to damage it somehow.
It'll damage it. It's just you can't create it inside of the wall, like in that literal square.
Sure. Yeah, then I'll do it next to it.
Okay.
Does it get a saving throw? The wall?
No, it's a wall. No save.
Then I'm getting what, 3d8 fire?
The gazebo.
What do you mean the gazebo doesn't make a save? I feel like that's fair. Walls always fail dexterity saving throws.
That's fine. So we're looking at 15 fire damage.
Okay. And yeah, parts of the ice crack and melt away. Here's the deal. Being a wall, it's going to have some kind of damage threshold you've got to get over. And I'll say if you do 50 points of damage to this square of the wall, you'll make a hole big enough for a medium-sized creature to squeeze through. At 25 points of damage will be a hole big enough for Alex to squeeze through. And right now you've done 5 points.
That's my action. I don't think I have any bonus or anything I want to do. Steely can double move 5, 10, 15, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and get to there so we can start breaking down this wall. That's the end of my turn.
All right. It's going to bring us to Fire Elemental. I'm sorry, is his name Hot Boy?
It was not me. I didn't name him that.
He's your elemental. I'm holding you responsible.
Someone else did that.
No, this is your fault. It's Hot Boy's turn. So same deal. Hot Boy can attack that same spot on the wall, but each attack has to do at least 10 damage or he's not going to make any progress. Unless he has a trait. Some monsters have a trait that says they do double damage to structures. I think Earth Elementals do, but not Fire.
Yeah. Fire versus ice. That's a 19 to hit a wall.
That's fine. AC's only 10. It's a wall.
Need some d6s for the damage here. Uh, 10 points fire damage.
Okay. What's next?
Punch it again.
Yep.
10 to hit.
That'll hit.
Just barely.
It's a wall.
You're looking at 12 points of fire damage from the second hit.
Okay.
He's just trying to smash through it.
And as he's smashing through it, there's a lot of popping and hissing, and he's making a little bit of headway, but not that much on that round. Is he moving or staying put?
Stay put.
Gus.
Yeah, still here. Nature is rising against me. I think I may have made Thor angry.
It's your turn.
Okay. Is this guy, what, 10 feet away, 5 feet away?
These are still 10-foot squares.
Okay, so
I'm
10
keeping the
foot.
same scale.
10 foot. He's gonna get hammered.
Okay.
Now it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
And
I don't get it.
it doesn't matter to Gus. He's up for it anytime. Anyway, that is a plus. That's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
He takes 9 bludgeoning damage. Second hit is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit. He is bloodied after.
He takes 13.
And that's it. Crumple him down.
5, 10. And she's standing, and then Gus is going to shove her down the stairs. The shove her down.
Okay, roll to hit.
Just going to push her. Does a 29 do it?
Sorry, 29?
Yes,
Yeah,
29. Okay, she's down the hole.
Oh, I'm going to give her a strength saving throw. Yeah, she passes. So you shove her backwards against the wall. Her back hits the ladder, but she doesn't go tumbling down the hole.
Okay.
It's like you clicked the wrong thing in Shadowgate. What you're expecting hasn't happened. Moving or staying put?
Staying put.
I'd give you a strength save in that situation.
I'm just looking at my
Sound
character
forlorn.
sheet to see if I have anything I can do as a bonus action. And the answer is no. It's the end of my turn.
The woman, as you shove her against the wall, you hear her head hit the stone behind her. Her sword arm flails outward, but she keeps hold of her weapon. And as she regains her feet, she regains her balance. She turns and pivots, so her left side, the hand clutching the holy symbol, is facing you, and she holds her right arm out with the sword, pointing at the unconscious but alive prisoner on the wall. She tells you, in very heavily accented common, you've heard a hint of this accent before in your dealings with Dacineri, but Dacineri was a much more learned woman than she is, clearly. But you do understand her. She tells you that she's impressed. And she asks you whether you should disarm and talk, or whether he will die. She's offering you an ultimatum. If you press your attack, she's going to kill the prisoner.
Thus, I mean, if I can reply, I'll be like,
You can use your reaction to disarm if you like. Make a show of throwing down your weapon.
yeah, I'll put my shield on my back and throw my weapon down the hole.
Throw it down the hole? I mean,
Yeah.
she's standing over the hole.
I mean,
You kind of awkwardly reach between her legs and like.
I'll just throw it to the other side of the room. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I'll
So
throw it behind me.
you're taking her up on the offer.
Yeah.
And she sheathes her fencing sword at the side. Still above you, though, you do hear the call of the archer.
I mean,
And
are you going to stop shooting us with arrows?
Oh, you're not having a conversation with her. It's the archer's turn now.
Oh, okay.
How many archers do I have left? Okay. I'm shooting at Numac and Steely.
Attacks on Numac have disadvantage.
Yes, they do.
Although I think that's to counteract the fact that he's blind right now.
He is blind, yes.
Yeah, so.
So Numac, I've got a 6, a nat 1, an 11, a 9. I've got a 14 and then a 19 against Numac.
I'm gonna cast Shield, which will stop the 14, but not the 19.
All right, so Numac is going to take 1 arrow for 5 points of damage.
Sure.
Scrappy, I've got an 18.
Yep.
And then a 6, a 15.
Yep.
A 5, a nat 20, a nat 1, 8, a 9, a 17.
Yep.
A 13.
Nope.
17, 18, 9, and 19.
Okay.
It's a good thing that you're attacking Scrappy and not Steely.
Right. So I can roll all these regulars, and then I can roll the crit. So Steely's looking at 3 points. And then 3 points. 5 points. 6 points. 6 points. And 8 points of piercing damage.
Does that include the crit?
That does not include the crit. The crit, we're looking at 9 points of piercing damage. So, I mean, standing on your side of the wall, I mean, you can hear the thunk of the arrows embedding in the ice on the other side and also striking Steely's metal exterior.
Crit drops him.
The crit
Just
drops
barely.
him. Farewell, Steely.
No stealing.
It's going to bring us to Connor.
No, Steely, come back. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Does Alex have like some kind of unconscious
Cool.
connection that lets him know when Steely drops? Because you can't see him at the moment.
But I can look through the hole, right?
Well, there's not a hole yet.
No?
Not yet.
Oh.
Not until you've done 25 points of damage to this wall.
I haven't done 25 points of damage to the wall yet.
Mhm.
Dang, yo.
They wouldn't seal the cavern with something that's easy to destroy.
No, why not?
Because then what's the point in sealing it?
Connor, you're not standing in the fire, are you?
I hope not. Nope.
Very much a bonfire, homie.
I like this smash your axe.
Yeah, I was standing in front of the X to smash there.
You can still smash
Little
it.
guy. No.
Corner-wise.
But yeah. I mean, I have been told I can't smash things with my rapier. So I do have a dagger.
Poke at it,
So
like chip at it with your rapier.
Yeah.
Why don't you just use your bow if that's the case?
It's a magical bow.
Yeah.
The thing has a damage threshold of 10. You got to do something that'll do at least 10 points of damage in a single hit.
Yeah, my bow, unless it misses, can't do less than, I guess it would be 14, so to hit. So here we go.
A 1 will still miss, and that 1 will still miss the wall.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. It's not a run. There's a
There's a
crit.
crit.
Yay.
That's not bad.
Nailed it.
So you're
Crit that wall.
taking a step back from behind the bonfire and firing arrows at the...
That is correct.
Okay.
Wait, are you sharpshootering it?
Can I sharpshoot
That's
something
too late
that's
now.
not
You've
a
already
creature?
rolled.
Yeah. Didn't even occur to me. Wow. All right, whatever. That is
I need these separately.
okay. That is 14.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
12.
Okay. You can start to see big chunks of the ice being removed, and you put your arrows, 2 of them, right at the spot where Hot Boy is punching. And yeah, another volley like that, you might be open up a hole big enough for Alex to squeeze through.
Just in case I get cute with me. All right, I'm good.
That's going to bring us to Numek at the base of the wall, blind, abandoned, and cut off from all help.
Dodge. 10, 20, 30. Written Gustavus off at this point.
Probably smart. All right, you roll my d20s here.
Mhm.
It's going to bring us to Lucius.
Let's see. Do I have any other magic that can be used that could possibly deal with this?
Booming Blade has a target of self.
It has to be an attack on a creature.
Is that what it says?
Yep.
Yeah.
Against
think I
one
would know
creature
that.
within 5 feet of you. No, I'm good. Just maintaining concentration. I'm helping in my own way.
Okay. Alex, at the start of your turn, go ahead and roll
Yep.
some more bonfire damage, unless you're going to drop the spell for whatever reason.
You got it.
Since the wall isn't taking turns, I figure we'll just do it on your turn.
Let's go ahead and do another 13 fire damage.
Okay.
Then Alex will move to here, level his gun at the point it's getting hammered, and take a shot.
Sure.
So that'll hit AC doesn't matter as long as it's not a 1, right?
You got to hit AC 10.
10. That'll hit an armor class of 23.
That's good.
For 17 magical piercing.
Okay.
Second shot.
With that shot, there's a loud crack, and then a large slab of the ice right underneath where you shot sloughs away, slides off the wall, revealing a hole just big enough beyond where you could squeeze through.
The second shot hits an armor class of 23
Okay.
and deals, come on, 17 magical piercing. And the third shot hits an armor class of 11
Okay, that hits.
for 21 magical piercing.
Okay, another couple shots like that, you'll have a hole big enough that anybody here can squeeze through.
Alex moved to there, and that's the end of my turn. No stealing.
Make some notes on my end. It's going to bring us to Hot Boy.
Hot boy is going to continue to bash into this wall with fire fists.
Okay.
Fists made of fire. That's a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Looking at 7 fire damage.
7's not enough to get over the threshold.
Even with fire damage? Dang. And this 8 isn't going to hit either.
8 doesn't hit.
I'm
Glancing blow against
upset.
the wall.
He
I'm
can-
upset.
He could squeeze through the hole.
He could.
He absolutely could do that, though.
He's a large creature, but he can. It says like
Yeah,
he only needs like an
He can
inch.
squeeze, yeah, he can squeeze in as small as an inch.
I don't even think he has to squeeze. I think he can just flow right through, unless it says he has to squeeze.
It also says that when he
Narrow
enters,
is 1 inch wide without squeezing.
Yeah, so he just.
it also says he causes damage when he enters creatures' things. Would that damage the wall? When they enters the square?
No, because it's like 5 fire damage or something. It's not enough.
No.
Yeah, it's a D10. So
So Hot Boy's just moving to the other side of the wall and hanging out.
yeah,
Gus, you're up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know it's going to be awkward having a conversation on initiative, but that's what we're going to have to do.
Right. That's fine.
So the way, like, you get a line and then she can retort, and then on her turn, she can say one thing and you can retort. That's kind of how we're going to do it. Unless you decide to break your word and stab her.
That's
stab her with a hammer.
option B. I can try. Gus is very determined. Why are you attacking us?
She chuckles a little bit like you've said a joke. And why are you attacking us?
You attacked us first.
You're invaders. Is that the end of Gus's turn?
Gus is going to ask if Gus is going to gesture at the ladder and ask, can we go down the floor?
Well, you don't get anything else to say.
All right,
Are you
well.
moving on your turn? That's your last decision right now.
No.
No.
I'm just going to stay right here in her face. If I have to, I'll just punch her.
She tells you that House Freth is very wealthy. And if you can come to an arrangement where you both stand down our attacks, and they would be more than delighted to give you compensation if you were to leave them in peace. What's your reply to that?
We don't have a quarrel with your house. We're here for I'm trying to think of his name. Is it Iriadul?
Iriadul.
Yeah.
So that's your reply? You have no quarrel with the house? You're here for
Yeah.
Iriadul.
Yeah.
What sort of inflection are you saying that with? Here's what I want to know. Are you saying, like, we're here for Iriadul, as in, like, we're here to do business with Iriadul? Or do you say, we're here for Iriadul, as in, and we're going to cut his head off?
I mean, Gus is just conversational tone. We're not.
Which direction are you taking it? Are you here to do violence to Iriadul, or are you here to, because you have business with Iriadul?
And make an argument that Gus sees him as the same thing, but violence.
But
But
violence?
he's not.
Okay.
Yeah. We're here to do violence on Iriadul.
Okay.
The violence is in a in parentheses because it's implied.
As an action, would you like to make an insight check? I'm sorry, as a reaction.
Sure.
This is her turn, not yours.
That's pretty low. That is a 4.
A 4, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and as you're talking, you still hear the archers up above giving orders and arrows being loosed. So the longer this negotiation goes on, the more your people are still being fired upon. Ooh, and now I have a new target. I have 2 targets. And I rolled a lot of 1s.
Apply those ones to Numac, please. And thank you.
So Steely doesn't make death saves, does he?
I don't think he does.
Well, Steely's
dead.
Steely's
I'm
just dead.
not, like,
Okay.
yeah, he's just dead.
Dead.
I think. I mean,
Well, I mean, he's got a monster stat block, and monsters typically don't make death
yeah,
saves.
monsters don't. Yeah, I think they'd have to have some exception about what happens to if the stat block doesn't say when he drops to 0, he's just dead, right?
Correct. Unless the attack that did it was a non-lethal attack, which it definitely wasn't. So for Hot Boy, I've got a 19.
I think that might hit.
Well, you got a stat block, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, 19 hits.
And a 13.
13 hits.
And an 8.
No.
And a 1.
No.
And another 1.
No.
And a 19.
That'll hit.
And a 13.
That'll hit.
And a 9.
No, I count 4.
All right. And then for Numac, I've got... Oh, you know what? I'm rolling an advantage against Numac.
And you're also taking away that advantage because he's dodging.
True. Okay, so I don't have to re-roll any of these. That's less work for me. I'm happy.
Yeah.
So I've got
You're welcome, Brick Road.
I've got a 6.
Nope.
A 1.
Nope.
A 4.
Nope.
A 9.
Nope.
A 1.
Nope.
A 1.
Nope.
A 7.
Nope.
16.
That'll hit. Actually, no. Shield.
The shield.
You're looking for a 19 now.
So that's a 16. A nat 20. And a 1.
Oof.
So one arrow.
Depending on how you roll might actually take him down.
12 points piercing damage.
Right on the nose.
So
He is
Numac is
down.
also down. Is this the end of Numac at long last?
You can't get.
That's going to bring us to Connor.
All right. Is the hole big enough for Connor to go through?
No. It's big enough for Alex to squeeze through, although it is big
Right.
enough for Connor to see through clearly. And looking through the other side, you see Numac take an arrow to the back and drop to the ground.
All right. In that case, I haven't done this much. I'm glad I get to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Nope. Not going to do that. Don't have the range. Haha. Man, I was really stoked to do that too. Well, in that case, I'm just going to shoot at the hole some more. And let's make them sharpshooter shots.
Okay.
I'm nervous about this for some reason. Mostly because
You're throwing away pluses to hit. I completely understand.
I mean, I'm still hitting on a 3, so.
You rolled fewer ones than I just did.
All right. Well, no. You know what? That's 12. That is 12, and that is more than 12.
That's 3 hits.
24.
Yeah.
All right. So it's 10 damage, right? When you take the -5.
Got at least 10 damage or
Yeah. So that's 30.
nothing doing.
So all right. Right. You want these separate. So
Yeah.
ooh, that is maximum. That is 24.
That's enough. Now you've got a hole as another big chunk of ice sloughs away, crashes to the ground. There's now a jagged hole big enough for a medium-sized creature to squeeze through.
I want to roll more damage. Oh.
But you can just save those
You
other
can.
2 attacks
You can-
for people on the wall.
Well, no, because he's already shot 3 arrows at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna do it. because I'm petty and small.
It's not gonna do anything, but
I know.
You're not shooting through the section of the wall.
you're not small. You're medium. If you were small, you could have gone through the hole already.
No, I said I'm petty and small. Big difference. All right, now I'm getting ready to run through the wall here. All right, and that is Connor's turn.
I'm not gonna run through it. You're gonna squeeze through it. Alex could run through it. He could do like that cool Solid Snake dive roll through it.
It's Connor's turn.
Okay. Numac makes a death save.
That's a fail.
Fail. Gus.
Uh-huh.
From below you in the tower, you hear the sound of one of the one of the great doors opening inward. This loud, echoey creak. And some voices down below speaking in Drow. And that's going to bring us to Lucius.
Is bonfire still here?
Yeah.
Alexander?
You can get through the
Yeah.
wall without stepping into the bonfire if he wants to.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't have a way to get over there because I got healing potions. I just can't get to Numac fast enough.
You got to climb through the bonfire and then through the fire elemental. Nothing but that.
Can you Well, that would do damage to everybody.
Yeah, Thunderstep would not be ideal either.
Can you? Never mind. I'm not over there. I'm gonna say grab Connor. Just poor Steely.
Yep, poor Steely indeed. Let's see, 10. Can I get a bead on with 15? Can I get a bead on Men on the Wall?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay then. Let's
Yeah,
go ahead and
they're still up on fire.
let's go ahead and Wilhelm some more dudes. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. You're looking at 11 points force damage, push 10 feet,
He goes down.
13 to hit.
That will not hit.
Yeah, I figured as much. And then a lot to hit.
Very a lot.
29 to hit for 6 points force damage, push 10 feet.
Yeah, that's enough for him.
And then Lucius can get to there, and he is going to stand out in the open because he's making for Numac.
Okay. It's going to bring us to Alexander.
5. Stop concentrating on the bonfire. $10. It's not a squeeze, right, for me.
No, you can just move on through.
15, 20, 25. Alex can get to here. Are there guys still on the wall?
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a non-sharpshooter on one of them. Hits an armor class of 24.
That'll hit.
That'll deal 16 magical piercing. And the alchemical sprayer on Alex's gun opens up. And Numac gets back 4 hit points.
Okay.
4 hit points. Woo.
Got a second shot. Second guy on the wall. Let's see if he likes a 24 on armor class.
That'll hit.
Take it he does not like that. For 7 magical piercing, Alex gets a third shot, and that hits an armor class of 20.
Also hits.
Looking at 15 magical piercing.
And that'll do it.
Believe that's the end of Alex's turn. I don't usually have bonus action things to do because I use Steely. That's it.
Poor Steely.
It's Hot Boy.
Gus.
What about Hot Boy?
What about Hot Boy?
His turn.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It was
I thought you
Alex's
skipped-
turn.
I thought you skipped over hot boy to come to me when you
No,
said my name.
it was Alex's
That's all.
turn,
Yeah.
and now there's this white thing that's here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been there the whole time.
It's White Thing's turn.
Oh no.
Gus,
Yeah.
like I said, you can hear the drow voices below you as the door is opening inward, speaking in drow, and you hear another voice from outside the tower, much larger, much deeper, with great like bass intonation to it, also speaking in drow, but you do not understand the conversation that they're having.
Nope.
Now it's Hot Boy.
Okay.
Hot Boy just like move to here and just burn all of this web.
He can ignite the web with an attack, sure, with fire damage.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the web burns and he burns it just moving through it because he's a fire elemental.
as long as if he ends in the space.
Yeah.
Also, can't he flow through an arrow slot? Because he can go through anything that's less than an inch.
He can.
He can, but he doesn't have a whole lot of movement.
Okay.
He's got 50 feet, and he was
Yeah.
up on the wall there, and that's about 40 right there. You get
See,
right up to the door.
He can, since he does fire damage just by moving through a square. He burns 5 feet worth of the web when he moves.
Okay. Yeah, you can get right up to the door now.
Okay.
And that's gonna end the fire elemental's turn.
It's gonna bring us to Gus.
Gus is gonna say, like, this conversation would go a lot better if you would stop shooting my companions with arrows.
She says, "I agree. We should go upstairs. You can order your companions to halt their attack." And she motions to the ladder behind her. You have movement and an action still.
Why don't we, do I get a retort?
No, because you spoke, then she retorted.
Okay. Gus is going to shake his head no and stand here.
And stand there.
Yeah.
Is that the end of Gus's turn?
Yes. For now. I guess I'm going to use my action to dodge. But then that'll end my turn.
Start dancing in place.
Yeah. Just
Kicking up your feet.
Yeah.
She tells you that until your people cease their violence, her people cannot hear your words.
I'll respond. Then let's go outside of the door on the bottom floor so I can flag them down because they're not going to stop until such a time.
By the door on the bottom floor, you mean the door that the web is in front of?
Yes.
Is Gus lying?
Lying about what?
That you want to go down to the bottom floor with her and go out the front door?
No.
Is Gus's offer to go downstairs through the door and tell your people to stop the attack sincere? That's the question.
Oh.
Or are you trying to bluff?
I am. No, it's sincere because they have hostages.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
whether or not they believe me. Alex would be like, "He's been mind jacked."
That's what you get for going off by yourself, dude. But I'm just saying, you have to be prepared with that situation.
No, it's fine. You should split the party all the time, every time.
It's going to go to RPG
Yes.
Horror Stories. You will not believe what our shitty DM did to split the party.
It can
You
be
can't even blame you. This is all on Treble. Holy shit.
our shitty fighter.
Yeah, there's the RPG horror story. It's about Treble, not Brick Road. That's out of spite.
Make sure that I'm...
Horrible.
All right, let's start with... Lucius, you're not dodging, are you?
No, I didn't because I had to
I have a
blast some booze.
20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And a nat 1.
That won't hit.
and a 9,
Nope.
and a 21,
That'll hit.
and a 13.
That'll hit. Count 3.
Okay. 3 arrows for Lucius
Mm-hmm.
for 3 points of damage,
Sure.
and 3 points of damage,
Uh-huh.
and 5 points of damage.
And you gotta get through some temp HP, buddy. Still.
I have an 18 to hit Numac.
Numac has his last shield.
Okay, so 18 doesn't hit.
Does it? Are you taking a disadvantage? Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because he's blind.
And
So say he is prone, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't stand him up.
a 21,
Yeah. 21 still hits.
and a 21,
That'll still hit.
and a 15,
That'll still hit.
and,
Oh no, I'm sorry. The 15 won't hit.
and a 10.
No.
First arrow for 4 points of piercing damage,
Puts him back down.
and then the next arrow for
2
one
death
failed-
saves. 1 or 2. Is it?
A critical hit would do 2 death saves. Regular hits
Okay.
only do 1. It can't.
Okay.
It's an automatic critical if it's a melee attack within 5 feet, but this isn't. This is an arrow being fired from a wall up above. So he's
Right,
got one
right,
failed
right.
death save.
Right.
Alex, I've got 5 to hit,
No,
and 13,
no,
and 5,
no.
and the nat 20,
Yeah.
and then 18.
Yeah, 18 hits.
All right, so the 18, that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. And the critical is going to be 8 points of piercing damage. As the dwindling archers along the wall are pressing their attack, but the volleys are much thinner now than they were when we started. Connor.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. I think I can do this.
Do you?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do the thing I wanted to do before, but I can do now because I am in range. I am going to use my meta magic adept feat
Gross.
to use distance spell, turn cure wounds from a touch into 30 feet, and get Numac back up on his feet.
All right. Well, he's unconscious, but he's still prone.
Yeah.
Also, adept feats go in your adept socks.
Cool. Yeah. It gets 9 HP.
Okay.
9. Okay.
5,
Thank you.
6.
So from that position,
Hmm.
bear with me one moment.
We should get like extra blips every session Numac survives going from here until we finish.
God, that should have probably been someone's found
I
or
mean,
whatever.
did I give you an NPC helper to help you in the dungeon, or did I give you an NPC helper to bleed resources on cure wound spells?
Not just cure wound spells. Connor's dumb fake rap.
It's very sparkly healing, like straight up Final Fantasy IV sparklies.
I was thinking Sailor Moon, but that works too.
That works. No, Sailor Moon's much better.
Okay, I need to make a to hit roll at advantage here.
Oh, what? No, this is my turn. You don't want to do that.
It is your turn. I agree with that.
Oh, shit.
There's your RPG horror story.
I have a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
8 points of magical piercing damage.
All right.
As a heretofore invisible creature that was hiding right at the base of this canyon lashes out with razor sharp talons, ripping across your shoulder as you enter, and doing so ends its invisibility, and you are staring down, standing within the shadow of an 8-foot tall Vrock. And you can see down the canyon behind it, about to there.
Hey, guys, there's a Vrock here.
I mean, I made a lantern of revealing. I really don't want to take any blame for invisible creatures.
Connor, do you have turn
Entirely
left, or
on
is that
Brick
it?
for drowning it.
You cannot enter the canyon because you can't get around this thing's... Well, I guess you could squeeze past him if you wanted to.
Nope. I have taken an action. I have moved my maximum movement.
Oh, so we
a
were at the end
bonus.
of your turn.
So I'm good.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Numac, who is conscious once again.
Half his movement to stand up.
Okay, I'll unlock him for you.
5, 10, 15, and dodge.
Dodge there.
Wasted
Yeah.
turns healing my cure self.
I mean, he's in light now, by the way,
Okay.
because there's a light on him, and then this guy. Does he give off? Do the fire elementals give off light?
They do.
It must. Yeah.
30. I think it's 30.
30, 60. Nice.
So the whole battlefield's illuminated between the two of them, I guess.
Yep, 30. Yeah, 30, 60 is the light radius on him.
Connor, the Vrock flaps up over your head and lands amidst the party, and I would like everybody to please make a Constitution saving throw.
That's rude.
Is he making plants?
No.
There.
Lucius fails.
Oh man, I was.
Alex gets a 15.
Numac fails.
A 15? So as the thing lands on the other side of Connor, and it cranes its neck around, glaring at the four of you, and then opens its beak and emits this ear-piercing screech. So Lucius, Numac, and Connor, you are stunned until the end of the Vrock's next turn.
Did anyone fail that by less than 5?
Lucius failed it by a significant amount. Depends on what the DC is.
Looking
But
for a
Lucius,
14.
Numac failed it by more than 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, as the three of them are stunned in place, the thing lowers its neck, casts its terrible beady eyes on Alex, and whips its wings out, black feathers arcing on both sides of it. You guys have fought like a million of these things, right?
I think we've seen a bunch from dead.
I've seen a few floating around here somewhere.
Lucius, do you need a primer on what stunned means?
No, but it probably means I'm about to get owned.
I mean, you're incapacitated. It just means you don't get a turn.
Yep.
It's going to bring us to Alex.
Let's see here. So the Vrock's not in melee with me, right? It's
No,
adjacent to
is
Connor?
not. Landed in front of Connor. Didn't
All
want
right.
to leave Connor's melee threat range.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex is gonna just level his gun at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
First shot hits an armor class of 18.
18 will hit.
Picturing that scene in Indiana Jones where the guy with the sword and then Indy just shoots him.
Take. Go ahead and take 26 magical piercing.
Ooh.
Second shot, miss. Third shot. That's only gonna hit a 9.
9 will not hit.
Okay.
Now,
Well,
one
anything
shot
useful
did
to-
not do any favors for it, though.
Anything useful to do with a bonus action? No. That is the... You know what? Alex will shoulder his gun, pull out his sword, and step into melee with the thing. That's the end of Alex's turn.
Okay.
That's better me than Lucius.
That's going to bring us to Hot Boy.
Hot Boy does act independent.
Yes, he does.
Burn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think he's large, isn't he?
He's large.
Yeah, he's
So
large.
if he's standing here, he's going to burn Numac.
Yeah, I don't want that.
In fact, let's just make him bigger. There. There. There we
Oh,
go.
Let's go ahead and slam the Vrock.
So he's in melee with the Vrock. That's the intent?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the intent. 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
13 points fire damage.
Okay.
Punch him again. That's a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Treble exploded, it looks like.
That happens.
Thor must have gotten to him. It's 11 points of fire damage.
What is the Fire Elemental's intelligence score?
Fire Elemental's intelligence score is 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
And is it moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Okay. It says Treble's still in Discord, but I would expect him to drop in a moment.
Yeah. Is it
His
coming
internet
up on
cut out.
him? Yeah, it's coming up on him.
Okay. Is Hot Boy ending his turn there?
Hot Boy's going to end his turn. There.
Okay. Well, let's take our break here then. Take 15 minutes, see if Treble reconnects.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and get your coffee, get your bagel. And when we come back, I will make this encounter even worse for you guys.